What's up, everyone? Marc, Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Rocking it out. I wanted to address something really quick. Figure versus bikini. Now, I have a client. Actually, she's also a sponsored athlete, representative for MTS Nutrition. That's Alyssa Polisano, who's a IFPA bikini pro. Now, a lot of people might not know who just started following her. By the way, here she is. See that clever marketing I dropped in there? Okay, a lot of people might not know, but before, she became a bikini pro, she actually placed really high in the figure class at a lot of shows. She got, I think, 4th place in a show in New York or somewhere with like 8 million people, and she placed 2nd. I mean, she was tearing it up, doing her thing. And after the season was over, she's like, hey, why don't I try? I'm like, I agreed. I'm like, let's do a bikini show because she'll do good in bikini. And she rocked out and got it. Now, a lot of people are saying, and I get a lot of people coming to me like, what should I compete in? And as a judge, the VP of the ANBF, and as someone who spends a lot of time and money helping out the OCB, I got to say, I really don't know how to answer them most of the time. Now, the natural evolution of things, for example, bodybuilding, you used to be able to compete in shorts. Literally booty shorts, as girls wear nowadays. Arnold never wore tights that went up his ass. You used to be able to get on stage, do that at around 8% body fat, and win, right? Now, if you don't have shredded glutes, well, generally speaking, I'm going to have shredded glutes. If you don't have shredded glutes, you're probably not going to do really well. I mean, Phil Heath's glutes were diced on stage. Kai Green had some great glutes. I mean, I bring glutes to the stage. A lot of pros, you got to bring the glutes. Dennis Wolf he sacrificed so much to get glutes. He was flat as a pancake at the Olympia. He still was in the best condition I've ever seen him in. But to get glutes, a lot of guys have to literally deflate everywhere else. I don't think it's a good move for the sport, but I digress. Let me go over the natural evolution of the thing. So essentially what happens is, you get this whole thing where things progress. Now, figure in women, since women's bodybuilding is pretty much dead, if you do well. I mean, the IFPA Yorton Cup had some friggin' amazing female bodybuilders, but you go to most shows, and it's a bunch of old chicks, I mean, who just know bodybuilding and who really have no muscle. I'm just being real here. I don't want to offend anybody, but I mean, if you go to most shows, you're not going to be overly impressed because naturally, most females, unless genetic outliers like the girls at the Yorton Cup, they generally don't have the genetics nor the... Women can't put on a lot of friggin' muscle for the most part. Let me just be real here. Unless they inject androgens in their body, they can't become a friggin', manly woman. It just ain't gonna happen. So all those girls like, I don't want to get too big. You're not, bitch. You're just not. You're not going to get too big. Estrogen and all that stuff is holding you back. You're not going to get too big. All right, so moving on. As figure has essentially become women's bodybuilding in the natural organizations without the posing. Let's be real here. These girls are coming in diced, shredded, cap delts. I mean, even in naturals, even the natural girls are bringing this hard Christmas. And with Alyssa, we're able to kind of come in, and she brought Christmas. She was hard. And the reason she lost, if you talk to the judges, or if you even ask me, and I'm objective about this, she just didn't have that roundness to her delts, which she will next year, and she didn't have a wide enough back. Now, in figure, you want that beautiful taper. Now, being a younger person, she's obviously, not going to have that muscularity of a 30-year-old woman who's been training for 10 years longer than her. Bikini is something that still confuses the shit out of me because the guidelines in any organization you go to are so ambiguous. If that makes sense, a lot of girls, I've been to shows, I've actually judged shows where you have one where the less muscular, more magazine-esque type chick wins. See, I used a big word that I said chick, so I automatically offended half the women watching this. Okay? Hopefully I can win them over with my chest. Okay, so then you fast forward to another show, and a girl who literally is shredded like a figure girl but not flexing is winning the show. Then you go to another one where a soft girl, and it all depends on the judges because the judging criteria is extremely ambiguous. In the NPC criteria, it says no cap delt. I have no clue if that's even a fucking real word. And And at the end of the day, what's happening is girls are bringing in better and better shape and conditioning. You're getting more pretty girls coming in because there's more people competing. So it's also a beauty contest. You're judging face and figure as well. You're judging makeup. You're judging hair. And the thing is, what I'm getting at is you can compete in both if you do your posing correctly and depending on who the judges are. There was one show that I actually emailed Chad Austin about. It wasn't even his show. It was the NANBF show where a girl won her physique pro card and her figure pro card in the same show, which I think is preposterously, ridiculously stupid. Because why have different classes if you're just looking for one body type for all? Or it means that no one showed up for one of those divisions. Who knows? We actually had a girl in the ANBF show win overall. It was basically a figure girl, IFPA figure pro, who did physique in the ANBF versus a girl who was much bigger, much more muscular, but not in as good a shape, where you have to reward conditioning if someone is that out of shape. She actually brought it in at the Yorton, I believe it was, or the Cape, I can't remember which one, and would have wiped anybody at that show. She would have won. But again, it was a warm-up show. She wasn't even close to in shape. When she brought it in, she was in shape. So what we're seeing here is a progression of things. So what I'm getting at is a lot of girls don't necessarily like bikini because of the posing. A lot of more conservative girls, I know a lot of figure athletes who have children who don't want they don't want their kids to see their mommy doing the look over shoulder, come fuck me face. They just don't want to see that. And that's fine. I think you got to separate the two. Obviously, a lot of things I do in my posing and in my pictures can be construed as sexual. And that's where you got to kind of keep some things from your kids, and you got to kind of look over, kind of have them look away from it, or just realize it's part of what you do. It's not like you're taking them to the strip club. You're participating in a sport, and there are ways to pose in bikini. And I don't give any extra points for looking at me slutty. I don't know about other judges, but I'm judging the physique, not the fuck me face. And I'm pretty sure that most judges are like that. So delving into it, yeah, there is a complete difference in what you're going to do, okay? There's a complete difference in the divisions. However, bodybuilding, figure, bikini, whatever it is, physique, it's all subjective. So depending on that panel of judges between 5 and 11 people or even more, it just depends on their subjective opinion of you. And that's what kind of sucks about bodybuilding, figure, physique, bikini, is that it's all someone's opinion at the end of the day. So you might win one show versus one guy, go to the same show in the same condition, look exactly the same, and lose the next one. It just is what it is. So it's the luck of the draw. So I say pick which division you feel your body fits best in. You can always ask a coach. You could ask me. If you're hot, send me nude photos. I'll take a look at them. No, please don't. Please don't. No, please do. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted on that. But anyway, no, I'm just playing. But at the end of the day, you need to figure out what you're most passionate for, and also figure out what your body does best. If you're a softer, more flowing physique, and if you don't want to get too terribly shredded, go for bikini. If you want to work and get six-pack abs and have a shredded back, and also you got to look at if you don't have delt development, you need to work on those before you go to figure. I even see it coming to the point where a lot of girls will start in bikini when they're younger. And when they're less muscular, and as they build muscle over time, they'll switch over to figure. Much like I know a couple people who are doing. Now to see this live, Alyssa's been training hard. She's put on a lot of lean mass, and when we diet her down, when we're interested, she might get on stage 4 or 5 pounds heavier in the same condition. Follow her. I'm going to link her channel down below. It's AP Fit Pro, I believe. I'll link it down below. So please click on that link and subscribe to her channel. It's Alyssa Polisano's channel. So go ahead and subscribe to her. In full disclosure, she's a Tiger Fitness MTS nutrition athlete. So yeah, she does get favoritism. Also subscribe to Kara's channel. Kara also competes in bikini, and I'm going to link her down below. It's Kara Corey. Kara's a bikini competitor, but she does a lot of cool things, a lot of cooking videos. You've seen her on this channel. Much appreciated, guys. I don't want to say that the judging's fucked up, because it really isn't. Because at the end of the day, bodybuilding is a subjective sport, and that's why the physique guys at some shows look like bodybuilders and are shredded, and at other shows they're winning and they're just looking like a dude who, you know, walked out of a club. You know, it is what it is. So it depends on the show, and it depends on the organization. You know, OCB has been known for rewarding conditioning, whereas other organizations might not be known as much, and a lot of pros have defected organizations because of that. Guys, I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Again, click on the links below. Subscribe to my girls right there. Alyssa, Kara, subscribe to them or I'll kill you. I'm Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Because trying to figure out if you're in bikini or your figure, or if you just want to look really slutty. That's not a game.